Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining me today for our third week of yoga. This week we're going to be doing ocean themed yoga and I'm so excited, it's going to be a lot of fun. So for today, all you'll need is a soft surface to do your yoga. That can be a carpeted floor or a yoga mat if you have one. And we're just going to use our bare feet today. So to get started, we're going to practice some of our breathing. And so you can sit cross-legged on the floor to do this with me. You can just rest your hands on your knees. And remember that when we do our deep breathing, we really want to make sure that we're breathing in through our nose and that we're pulling the air all the way deep from our bellies. That helps us to relax a little bit easier. And then we want to breathe out through our mouth. So today, when we're practicing, we want to pretend like our breath is like the sound of the waves going in and out from the shore, since we're doing ocean yoga. So let's practice together. So we're going to breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. In and out. In and out. And last time. All right, nice. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna go on a boat ride out to the middle of the ocean. When we get there, we're gonna jump in the water and we're gonna explore together to see what kind of animals we can find. And then we're gonna jump back in our boat and we're gonna come back to the shore where we came from. Okay, so follow along with me, we'll have lots of fun. So to start, we're gonna get in our boat. So turn sideways. And we're actually just gonna keep our feet on our mats. So bend your knees a little bit and spread your feet apart so that the toes and the heels are about the same distance apart from each other. And it can be about your width of your hips, that's just fine. So for this, when we breathe in, we're gonna lean back just a little bit, try to keep our back flat, and then we're gonna move our arms up like this and kind of try to keep them straight just like our legs are. Okay, you ready? Okay, so let's breathe in and hold it. And we're just gonna breathe in and out for a couple of breaths here. Last breath. All right, good job. So that was our boat ride. It was really quick. We're already out on the water and now it's time to jump in and we're gonna see what we can find under the water. Okay, so to start, we saw a starfish and starfish are super cool and they actually look like a real star. So we're gonna stand up and we're gonna look like a starfish with our bodies. So spread your feet just a little bit apart. It can be wider than your hips. And when we breathe in, we're gonna bring our arms up and make our bodies look just like a starfish. Okay, so breathe in and hold it and breathe out. And you can keep your arms out to the side or you can bring them up if that's a little bit more comfortable. I think I like them out to the side. One more deep breath. All right, bring your arms down. Okay, so we're still swimming along, we're going and exploring under the ocean. Next, what we see is a group of jellyfish. And jellyfish are awesome because they just kind of go with the flow. Whatever the water is doing, they'll kind of just do too. So we're gonna be just like jellyfish. We're gonna spread our feet just a little bit apart, a little bit wider than our hips. And we're gonna bring our arms up when we breathe in. And bring them all the way up and point toward the ceiling. And then we're gonna fold our bodies over when we breathe out. Good job. Okay, now bring your arms down to the ground. And this is where we're gonna look like our jellyfish with tentacles just kind of like flowing in the water with the waves. and kind of breathe along with the tentacles moving. Great job, you guys. Now bring your tentacles up as you kind of start to stand up with your body. Still breathing. All right. Great job. So next, what we come across in our ocean exploration is a lot of different little fish. We don't really know exactly what kind they are, but they can be any kind you want them to be. So we're gonna pretend to be just a regular old fish. So to do this, let's lay down on our mats. And you can actually just keep your legs flat on your mat, then we're gonna lay all the way back. And what I want you to do first is put your arms and your hands just kind of under your body, just lay on top of them. And then for this pose, we're gonna be really gentle. So we wanna be really nice to our necks and our head. So we're gonna move really slowly and be gentle with our bodies. And I'd like you to watch me first before you try this so that we can be careful. Okay, so when I breathe in, I'm gonna point my chest up toward the ceiling, and then I'm gonna bring my head back, and the top of my head is going to rest on top of my mat. Okay, so you can watch me first. So I'm gonna breathe in, and then I'm just kind of resting on my elbows, and the top of my head is on my mat. Okay, so you guys can try it when you're ready. And then once you get there, just breathe in and out. And one more big breath. Okay, now to come out, lift your head up a little bit and then place it gently back on the ground. And then we're just going to wiggle our arms and hands out from underneath our bodies. And we're gonna bend our knees and come on up to a seated position. Okay, thank you for being so gentle and patient with me. That's so important when we're doing yoga. We wanna take it slow and we wanna be really kind to our bodies while we're doing it. All right, so next what we're gonna do is we're gonna look for some bigger animals under the water. So what are some bigger animals that sometimes live in the ocean? Well, yeah, a shark, right? That's a really big animal. So we're gonna pretend to be like a shark, but we're gonna be a friendly shark. So we don't have any mean sharks that we're coming across on our journey today. They're all really kind to us and they wanna hang out with us. So to be like a shark, we're gonna turn it to the side, and then we're gonna come on our knees, just like this, and we're gonna sit back onto our feet. Perfect. Okay, and then what we're gonna do next is we're gonna grab our hands behind our back and try to straighten it if you can. And then we're gonna fold our body over and put our forehead onto our mat. And our hands are gonna go back behind us and point up toward the ceiling, just like a shark fin. All right, you ready? Okay, so breathe in and fold down. And breathe out. And just breathe through it. One more breath. All right, now gently release your hands and come on back. Nice work. Okay, so like the biggest animal I can think of that lives in the ocean is a whale, right? And whales are so cool and they're really graceful, and one of their favorite things to do is to jump up out of the water and to arc their back and just do a giant splash back onto the water. It's really awesome if you've ever seen a picture or a video of a whale doing that. So we're gonna pretend like we're a whale doing that today. So we're gonna arc our back just like that. Okay, so in order to do this, we're going to lie on our stomachs. Just like this, perfect. And you can put the top of your feet on the mat. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my left hand and I'm gonna grab the top of my left foot. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with my right hand and my right foot. Okay, so you should have both feet now. And what we're gonna do when we breathe in, we're gonna try our best to lift our knees and our chest off of the ground at the same time. And we're just gonna hold it and we're gonna look like we're arcing our back, just like a whale. All right, you ready? So we'll breathe in and lift up. And you can kind of push your hands toward the back of the room with your feet and just breathe. You're doing so well. Just breathe a couple more times. Last one. Nice. All right. And gently come out of it. Perfect. You guys are so great at this. All right, so our last thing that we're going to see before we get back on our boat are a bunch of little crabs playing on the sand on the ocean floor. So to be a crab, we're going to kind of do what's called a crab walk. So I'm going to sit on my mat and I'm going to put my feet the same distance apart from each other, with our toes and our heels being the same distance apart. And then I'm going to put my hands so that the fingertips are pointed toward my toes. And we're going to try to make them the same distance apart too. And when I breathe in, I'm going to come up and stand up on my legs and my arms. And we're going to do a little crab walk just for fun. All right, you ready? We'll breathe in and come up. And you can kind of like keep your stomach down a little bit like this. And we're going to walk forward a little bit. And then we're going to walk back, just like crabs on the ocean floor. And a little bit forward. And then move a little bit back. And come back to center. And then let your body come down, back, seated onto the mat. Nice, that was kind of fun. All right, so we've had a lot of fun playing in the water and finding new ocean friends. Now it's time to take our boat back to the shore. Okay, so do you guys remember how to do boat? We're gonna go sideways again. And we're gonna put our feet the same distance apart from each other, the toes and the heels. And then we're gonna breathe in, and we're gonna put our arms straight, just like this. And just breathe until we get back to the shore. Listen to the ocean waves as you breathe. And one more time. All right. Nice, we made it back. Good job. You guys are so fun to explore with. Okay, so I'm gonna come back to my crisscross position. I'm gonna put my hands back on my knees, and we're just gonna close with a couple more breaths. All right, so let's breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. And two more times. Okay, take your arms up and do a big stretch. You worked so hard. You did such a good job today. Bring it back down. And that is it for today. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me, and I will see you again next weekend for another yoga video.